Hi, I'm Jason.
I'm Kirsty and we're from Jason Brown Plumbing and Gas. We are based in Petone, Wellington, and we service a number of residential clients, new builds, bathroom renovations, gas central heating, gas water systems and drainage.
So we have 6 staff on board, myself as a senior plumber and director. We have a certifying plumber gas fitter, a third-year apprentice, a newly started apprentice, and Suzanne that helps Kirsty in the office with admin. I think it basically got to the point where everything was out of control. I had no control at all what was going on in the business. I was working all sorts of hours, weekends, nights. I'd be on the tools during the day and then paperwork at night. Basically the clients were controlling me, and I was pretty much at their every whim.
Didn't really have much time for family,
No.
kids' sporting events. There was me there and not Jason, because some client would call and say, can you come and help us?
Didn't know our finances, didn't know if we were making any money, had no business goals, was basically just kind of, going through the motions and yeah. So I think the most important thing for me was setting a default diary, because that allowed me to set time aside to do things personally and with the kids, but also to kind of structure my days and my weeks so that I had time to actually work on the business, instead of always thinking that I needed to be on the tools and doing the jobs. So that was really important for me, because otherwise I was just kind of just doing whatever basically. So it gave me that structure and that control.
Second thing, we employed some more staff to help out, so take off that workload, and then it meant Jason would be off the tools and in the office during the daytime to sort out invoicing and things like that.
Yeah. So when we started back costing, I actually looked back at a couple of jobs that I'd done previously. I think we were about a 15% gross profit margin, which is pretty much nothing. So now we're averaging 42, 43 plus when we send the invoices out.
And now we know a wee bit more about markup versus margin. So before, we just put on a markup but didn't really understand, when you're costing it back, that the margin can be quite affected if you don't put enough markup on. By employing more staff in the office, we're able to take the calls, take all the information down. We have inquiry scripts that we talk through with the client to get as much information as possible, and ask them to take photos of their problem and send them through, so that when we send the guys out onto the job, they're all prepared, so we don't have to waste time. We also have some quoting systems obviously in place, so we can get the quote out to the client as soon as possible, so they're not waiting around. And by also bringing on more guys, we're able to respond to a lot more jobs that we get in.
So we've introduced quality assurance checklists as well, so the guys have those on site, so they can go through the job at the beginning and the end and check that everything is going to plan, that everything's been done, that it's to the standard that we set.
Okay, so we've done quite a bit with marketing, because we actually didn't do any before we started with Profitable Tradie. So one of the first things we did was rebrand. So we changed our logo. We got some uniforms for the guys, so they're all branded and similar when they go to people's jobs. We also did some marketing campaigns through MailChimp and sent those out to our clients, which was really successful. And we've sent out newsletters to our clients and keeping them updated with the changes that we've made at Jason Brown Plumbing. We have also created a brand new website. We had such a big overhaul and developed that, and now that's on live.
I think the main thing for me is it's given me more control. So I have set work hours that I do. And I know that I need to be at home at a certain place, certain time. It's allowed me to finally, for the first time, coach my son's football team. So we do a coaching during the week and then games on the weekends. I've been able to get away to kids' sports activities as well, which I never used to do, so that's been really important to me.
Yep, and so the children see their father a lot more, which is a bonus. Yeah, and then also with regards to our holidays, we're taking more regular holidays, so probably doing every school holidays we'll get Jason to take off a week and at least have that time with the children. We need more staff. We definitely need to employ more staff so that we can handle the workload that we're getting. We're getting a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been really dramatic. Whereas I was on the coalface, but basically like the E-Myth book says, I was the technician, so I was kind of there on the tools all the time, completely removed from the kind of day-to-day running of the business, like the finances and things like that. So I've been able to kind of step back and allow the guys to do the work, but also to manage them. And to kind of really see what's going on within the business as far as the finances and things like that. We've also setting goals, which we never had any goals at all. So we had no business goals, we had no personal goals, and you tend to flounder when you don't have any direction. So that's been really important as well.
Yeah, and I think with our mindset has definitely changed because now we're looking at the business and where we can take it in the future. So before, we were just working as if it was a job, but now we're really wanting to put the structure in place, people in place, and give them a future, us a future going forward. And so I think we're working a lot smarter. And I'd recommend it to anybody that wants to build their business, doesn't know how to take that next step. Profitable Tradie have a lot of resources available, which is great. The support of the team, the networking that you do with the other people in the group has been great for us.
Yeah, and I think also for people like me who actually want to get off the tools, who don't want to be on the tools for the rest of their life, quite often you just don't know what step to take or what to do, and so it's been amazing for us just to like have some guidance, because we knew what we needed to do, but we didn't really know how to do it. So yeah, it's been great. I think because it was actually Kirsty that found Profitable Tradies, and so I think the biggest thing that would have stopped us using it would have been myself. So I think I was probably too narrow-minded. I think I thought that we were doing okay and that everything was fine, but I was actually basically in a hole and couldn't see anything. Couldn't
See the future.
See the future. Yeah.
And for me, because I thought it was a great idea, and then the dollar amount came up and I was like, oh no, we can't do that. However, in saying that has been the least of the worries. The changes that we've made has increased our profit, has increased the sales, increased everything. That it hasn't been an issue.
Given us our time back, giving us control back, because we were just out of control. It was just crazy.